What if time isn't a clock on the wall, but a lens that sharpens your life? When the lens is clear, you see what matters and move with confidence. When it's smudged, everything looks urgent and nothing moves. This book is about polishing that lens. Not with 100 apps or color-coded chaos, but with a small set of habits that convert your attention into results in less time and with less stress. Start with a simple truth. You don't truly manage hours. You manage attention, decisions, and emotion. Those are your 3 daily fuels. Spend them well and your day compounds. Waste them and even a free afternoon feels tight. So you'll protect 3 golden moments. First, a quiet morning block for deep work before your phone ever wakes up. Second, a midday push where you face one hard thing and then take a short reset. Third, an evening close where you review, learn, and write tomorrow's first step. When you guard these 3 moments, the rest of the day stops stealing from you. Change your scoreboard. Hours are easy to count and useless to brag about. Output is what matters. Instead of, I worked 8 hours, say, I published the page, I booked the meeting, I shipped the draft. What you measure grows. Switch to measuring finished outcomes, not time served. Your motivation will follow the numbers you track. Each morning, pick your big 3. 3 clear, finishable results that would make today a win, even if nothing else got done. Make them specific and measurable. Protect an hour for the first one before opening messages. When the first of your big 3 is done, momentum kicks in, and your brain believes you. Use the minimum and maximum rule. On tough days, hit a non-negotiable minimum. 1 page, 1 outreach, 1 10-minute block of deep focus. On strong days, respect a maximum so you don't torch your energy and sabotage tomorrow. Consistency beats intensity. Streaks beat sprints. A quiet minimum, repeated, changes your life more than a rare marathon. Find the first domino. Every project has a tiny action that topples the next steps. For a presentation, it's a 1-sentence promise and 3 supporting points. For sales, it's a crisp message with a specific time request. For coding, it's the smallest demo that proves the core. Push that first domino and your future self will thank you tomorrow morning. Kill context switching. Each jump, email, doc, chat, browser, costs you hidden minutes as your brain reloads. Batch similar tasks into focused blocks. Process email twice a day. Stack calls back to back. Reserve mornings for heavy thinking and afternoons for coordination. Turn off non-essential notifications. Protect your attention like it pays your bills, because it does. Work in focus sprints, then recover. Choose 25 to 50 minutes of deep work followed by 5 to 10 minutes of movement, water, sunlight, or a brief walk. The brain loves rhythm. 3 honest sprints will outproduce 6 distracted hours. Recovery isn't laziness. It's maintenance for the machine that makes your money. Design your week. Don't chase it. On Sunday night or early Monday, choose 3 important projects for the week and define 3 outcomes for each. Block time for them before meetings and busy work fill your schedule. Create a short, not-to-do list to protect your focus. No meetings without a stated goal. No phone in deep work hour. No instant replies outside messaging windows. Boundaries are how you buy back time you already own. Write shorter, stronger messages. Open email only at set times. Use 3 sentences: the situation, the ask, and the deadline or success criteria. That single habit melts days of back and forth. In chat, prefer decisions to discussions. If the thread circles, pull it into a 5-minute call with a clear outcome. Constraints aren't excuses, they're engines. Short on time? Ship the smallest viable outcome that delivers the core promise. Short on resources? Trade what you have for what you need. Too many variables? Replace big, fragile plans with short, fast experiments. The smart way doesn't mean flashy. It means real in the real world. Build on your biology. Sleep powers memory and impulse control. Light movement and water raise your baseline focus. 10 deep breaths can keep an emotion spike from wrecking a meeting. Start your morning with daylight and a minute of calm breathing. You'll feel like you gained an extra hour before lunch. If you lead or collaborate, make time valuable for everyone. Start meetings with one sentence that states the purpose. Name the decision you need by the end. End with who does what by when and how you'll know it's done. That's how you leave a room with motion instead of vague good feelings and more work. Learn faster in small units. Study 15 minutes, then capture a 10-line summary, then apply the idea in one real situation the same day. Teach the concept back to someone in 1 minute. If you can teach it, you own it. If you can't, you found your next gap to fix. When stress spikes, protect your thinking. Say a reset line. I care about solving this, and I need 2 minutes to come back focused. Stand up, breathe out longer than you breathe in, get a sip of water, look at a point in the distance. Then return and ask a better question. What's the smallest useful move now? Quick mid-video note. If this style of practical, no-fluff summaries helps you turn ideas into results, support the channel by subscribing, turning on notifications, and sharing this with someone who needs a time win today. Your click keeps this free library growing every week. Now, build a 30-day starter plan to make these habits automatic. Week 1 is the morning question. Each day, write your big 3 results and protect a phone-free hour to start the first one. Notice how your brain quiets down the moment you begin. Week 2 is minimum and maximum. Hit your minimum no matter what, and stop at your maximum even on good days so you carry momentum forward. Week 3 is the daily test loop. Observe, reframe the problem into a next step, run a small test, then review in 3 lines: what you did, what you learned, what you'll adjust. Week 4 is a visible win. Choose one project and drive it with the first domino method until the result is out in the world. These weeks won't change your life overnight. They will change its direction. With the direction right, time becomes your teammate. Add a 90-day expansion once the basics stick. Month 1 builds margin. Insert small buffers between meetings. Add short pauses before you speak in high-stakes conversations. Schedule phone-free deep work blocks. Month 2 upgrades quality. Each week ask, what single improvement would make everything after it easier, cheaper, or faster? Month 3 places a real bet. Pick a launch, a negotiation, a presentation, or an exam. Prepare with a chain of small tests, then step up calmly. Debrief, learn, and lock one new rule you'll keep. Stories make the ideas stick. A new engineer drowning in bug tickets replaced a 2-hour weekly status meeting with 2 10-minute daily huddles built on 3 questions. What moved yesterday? What's blocking today? What's the next test? The tension dropped, finger-pointing vanished, and the backlog finally shrank. A nurse overwhelmed at shift handoff created a 1-minute summary: current state, biggest risk, and a clear request for the next team. Errors fell. Trust rose. A small bakery with no customers started posting short behind-the-scenes clips, a daily special, and a 2-bite tasting by the door. Foot traffic returned, one tiny test at a time. Tackle digital overload with 3 guardrails. First, home screen detox. Only tools on page 1, no social apps, grayscale at night. Second, default do not disturb with a VIP list for true emergencies. Third, message windows twice a day. People learn your rhythm fast. You'll recover hours you didn't know you had. Use a day ledger to allocate your 3 fuels: attention for deep work, decision power for one important choice, emotion for one meaningful conversation. Spend each once. You can do many small things after that, but your prime fuel is already invested where it matters. Close every day with a 2-line bridge to tomorrow. Line 1, what worked today and why? Line 2, the very first action you'll take in the morning. That tiny bridge stops you from waking into chaos and reopens your momentum in seconds. Turn meetings into machines for motion. Before you add a meeting, ask whether a 3-sentence memo would do. If you must meet, invite fewer people, cut the time, and put the outcome at the top of the agenda. In the room, capture decisions immediately and publish them. After the room, follow up quickly while energy is high. When you negotiate priorities, make the trade-offs explicit. If someone wants an extra deliverable, ask which current task moves or which deadline extends. Calm honesty now saves emergencies later. It also builds a reputation for reliability, which buys you even more control of your time. Turn fear into a plan with the tiny step method. If a task scares you into procrastination, break it into a 2-minute starter you physically cannot refuse. Open the file and write a headline. Send one message requesting a time. Sketch 3 boxes for a slide. Action shrinks fear. The second step will appear after the first. If you create content or study, use theme days. Monday for research, Tuesday for scripting, Wednesday for production, Thursday for editing, Friday for publishing and review. Same energy, same tools, same mindset. Less switching, more progress. Protect one small daily slot for audience feedback or exam questions so you stay connected to reality. Remember the 2 ways time leaks away: drift and distraction. Drift is a week without an aim. Distraction is a day without a guardrail. Solve drift with a weekly design session. Solve distraction with focus sprints and a not-to-do list. Both problems disappear when your big 3 and your first domino are written down. Here's a sample day that applies it all. You start with daylight and water. Breathe out slowly for a minute. Write your big 3 and block your first hour for deep work. You push the first domino, then take a short reset. You batch messages in a late morning window and use a 3-sentence email to land a decision. After lunch, you face one hard call and then walk for 5 minutes. You protect a second sprint for a tangible outcome, leave 10 minutes for admin, and close with your 2-line bridge. It's not glamorous, it's repeatable, and repeatable wins. The core promise of this book is modest and powerful. Problems won't vanish. Demands won't stop. But when you change your angle, when you switch from managing hours to managing attention, decisions, and emotion, time stops feeling like an enemy you chase and becomes a tool that works for you. What you focus on expands. What you measure improves. What you repeat becomes who you are. Right now, write 3 results that would make today count. Choose the first domino and do it before anything else steals your focus. Tonight, write 2 lines: what worked and what you'll do first tomorrow. Repeat that rhythm for 7 days. You'll notice fewer apologies and more delivery, fewer fires and more finished work. That's not luck. That's you, using time the smart way.